Alrighty, welcome back into another episode of 5 Minute Wager. I am Ethan. With me, as always, is Ben. I say as always, even though we have not filmed together here in what 2, 3 weeks, three of the last
Something.
four.
Yeah.
It hasn't gone as smoothly as we liked, but should be smooth sailing from here on out.
Yeah.
Wednesday nights filming, Thursday episode. Um, but yeah, Ben. Quickly before we get into the plays, just because we haven't hopped on in a while, how you doing? How have you been seeing hockey lately?
I'm doing good. I've been seeing hockey fairly decent. I believe that was post on the little phrase on our latest post was just the word decent. Decent with a couple hashtags. That kind of explains how it's been. It's not been bad. We posted my parlay from last week. I was just having some fun with it. Parlay went 1 for 4. Completely looked like an idiot. But the other two that we didn't post, both winners. So, it is what it is. You're going through a little bit of a flu game right now, so I appreciate you hopping on with me, man.
Yeah, it's always the one that we glorify that never gets there. But yeah, 2-1 week last week for you,
Yeah.
so we'll take profit every single time. But yeah, like you said, not feeling the best right now, so we'll fly through this and look forward to next week as well. But I'll throw it over to you. What's your first play that you're looking at for Thursday's slate?
First one, a lot of games on this slate. Not a lot of ones that were jumping out at me. I have no totals, which was a little surprising. A lot of sixes, 6.5s out there. I'm going to go first off with the Islanders money line. It's at minus 112. I believe both of these are minus money plays. I believe they're playing the Sabres. The only difference for the Islanders right now, they're right on that edge, like 50% chance to make the playoffs. So they need to be beating the teams they should beat. And really, they probably need to be beating even some of these teams that they shouldn't beat. Every loss at this point, we're about a month out from the NHL playoffs. So every win and loss is super crucial here. Even if it's in overtime, you get that extra point or two. This just feels like a game the Islanders, they can get done. And I think that they need to get done. So I'm going to go with the Islanders money line.
Yeah, I root for you, Ben, but I hope you're wrong because the Wings could really use the Islanders losing some games. So
That's fair.
um, can't say I'll be rooting for you on that one, but I can't say I hate the play either.
Yeah.
Um, my first game, I'm going to take the Lightning on the money line, minus 110. Lightning at home against the Rangers should be a really good game. Should have some playoff implications in it. Um, the Rangers just played the Lightning last month and won 3-1. So just a touch of a revenge spot here for the Lightning. The Lightning are also kind of on that bubble right now where they need as many wins as possible. I mean, they've been so good for so long. I'm sure they're going to get it. They're going to find their way into the playoffs. But getting a huge win here against the Rangers would just really help them. They're off a 7-0 win against the Flyers to build some confidence. And their next two games on deck are on the road against Florida and then on the road against Vegas. So I think they really want to take advantage of this home game here. Try to beat the Rangers at home before two rough road games for them. And like I said, they need every point they can get. So I like Tampa at the minus 110.
Absolutely. With a team like the Lightning that have been just mainstays in the playoffs, the pressure's on them now. It's starting to mount, and if they're going to get it pulled off, they need to do it now. So I really like that from you, Ethan. My next game, I'm going to take the Kraken, and to take some of the sweat off, or I'm going to put sweat on it. Kraken minus 1.5. So that's at plus 145. My reasoning for that is that the Capitals, they're coming off back-to-back games. They're going to be coming from Edmonton. They play Edmonton Wednesday night. Back-to-back road games. Kraken, they're the better team. They're much better offensively, which is going to be the game changer here. The last time I took the Penguins money line versus the Capitals, and the Capitals, I think, ended up beating them 6-0. Something like ridiculously stupid. But I don't think it happens here. This already was going to be a bad matchup for the Capitals coming in. The fact that they're coming in with the disadvantage of being on the road and the disadvantage of playing back-to-back, I think it's going to be too much.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, third and four nights with travel. I never play on the team that's in that situation. So
No.
only way I could look at that one is the Kraken there. Um, my next game is going to be the one right before that. It's going to be the Vegas Golden Knights at the Calgary Flames. Over under 6.5. I'm going to take a shot at the under here. Um, both teams do have some offensive firepower. Both teams have actually been scoring pretty high as of late. The Knights are off a 5-4 win and a 5-3 win. Calgary is off a 2-6 loss, 2-7 loss. So been putting up goals lately, but I just think it kind of comes back down in this game. Again, I think this is kind of a playoff look ahead here. Two good teams that have the capability of playing really defensive hockey. Some good goaltenders in that with Markstrom and Hill, who are the projected starters. So with always on totals, keep an eye out for who's going to be the starting goalie. Like we said, we're filming Wednesday night, so that's not confirmed by any means. But if those two goalies are going for them, I just think we see a defensive style of hockey between two teams that are likely going to be in the playoffs here.
I like it. I like it, especially with the whole playoff aspect. If you're new to hockey, it gets much more defense heavy as the season goes along, and then by the time you get to the playoffs, you're really playing some defensive hockey. You don't normally see these really high scoring games like that football game that we saw between the Wild and I forget who they were playing, the 10-7 game. Ridiculous score the other day. You're not going to see those in the playoffs. I know this is a segment that we use for intentional lounging, but Ethan, can we pull it out, the puke in your mouth game of the week?
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm taking the Senators money line. It's at -122. Why it's the puke in your mouth is both of these teams are at the bottom of their division. Neither of these teams are making the playoffs. Neither of these teams have much to play for. It's probably going to be a pretty ugly game. I'm just looking at this. The Senators are better in just about every category except for shots. Senators, they looked way more impressive to me than the Columbus Blue Jackets. So I like the Senators. I think that they have better players too, just overall. So I like them to get it done in a game that maybe 7 people will watch.
Yeah, I'm shocked to hear that game come out of your mouth. That is a puke in the mouth game of the week. Actually, the way my stomach's kind of feeling right now, I could puke just hearing you talk about that. But yeah,
terrible.
Always looking to fade the Blue Jackets. So
yes.
My final play here, I'm gonna do another total. I'm gonna look at Panthers Hurricanes under 6. Same thing. I just think it's a really defensive game here between, again, two Eastern Conference opponents who are going to be in the playoffs. Carolina is one of the best defensive teams out there with their not only defense but their goaltending as well. And they should have Freddie Anderson in that, who is 6-1 on the year. He has a 2.49 goals against average and a 9.04 save percent. Looks like Bobrovsky is going for Florida, so two of the top goaltenders in the league going head to head. Again, playoff implications on the line. I know we're still, a ways away from the playoffs, but I just, like you mentioned, think it gets way more defensive down the stretch, especially between teams that are fighting for every point to better their playoff seeding. I think 6 goals here. It might land on 6. We might get the push, which I'm always okay with. If it's 5.5, I wouldn't touch it, but I like under 6. I think 6 is about the ceiling that they can get there.
I like that a lot. And we say that it's still quite a ways out. It's about a little bit more than a month. I'd say about a month and a week out still. That is not what's being said in locker rooms. Right now they're saying every game matters from here on out. Like, you have to play your ass off. So I love it.
Yeah. Well, guys, that is going to wrap it for this week's episode of 5 Minute Wager. Ben, good to be back on here with you. Like we said, it's been a little while. Should be smooth sailing from here on out, unless you catch the 24-hour bug next Wednesday. I won't wish that on you whatsoever.
You
guys, head over to our YouTube page and check out all of our other shows coming out. We have Getting Technical with the conference tournaments going on right now, and then obviously March Madness starting up here. Selection Sunday this Sunday. So a lot of college basketball content will be coming out. We have our Dropping Dimes NBA show, which we'll have an episode out this week. Tapping Vegas has been just crushing it every single day. I've really loved those shows. Loved getting involved in betting the UFC, thanks to Tapping Vegas. So
thank you.
That's all I did Saturday. I watched every single fight, 6 p.m. all the way up. Oh man, loved it.
It was a great card, man. They were interesting fights.
It was fun. Yeah, guys, other than that, head over to bettergreen.com. Check out our articles that we have coming out there. we have a lot going on. I know Aaron's writing some Premier League soccer articles. Noel's writing his NBA articles. Ben, I know you've been killing some UFC articles. I'm doing my weekly runs report every week, just kind of a week-by-week breakdown of how our bets are doing for anyone who's been following. And then lastly, guys, head over to Sharps. Download the Sharps app. Use our code BET269. That's bet with 2 T's, BETT269. Basically a social media app for sports bettors. So really fun community there. We've really enjoyed our time there. And guys, until the next episode, enjoy tomorrow's or Thursday's slate of hockey, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Peace, guys.
You better start listening to the Better in Green podcast. You will not regret it. Trust me, trust me, trust me. And hey, I'm Dean Blandino.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? Listen in and cash out. That's what it's all about. Come on, let's make cash now. We always on spot and we cover all spots from the bottom to the top, hey. Shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome, welcome to our podcast, Better in Green.